Jo has suggested that I rant about tailgating a lot while driving. So she says I should make a film about it, and because Jo is so frequently right, I'm doing what I'm told. Notice how this gets you a film and me brownie points with Jo. It's a win-win. Firstly, before I get into this rant, I should clarify what I mean by tailgating, because dependent upon where in the world you are, you might be of the opinion that I'm going to be complaining about a social gathering at which an informal meal is served from the back of a parked vehicle, typically in the car park of a sports stadium. I am unlikely to complain about this for two reasons. Firstly, I have absolutely no interest in sport. And secondly, who doesn't like food? Obviously, there are the concerns regarding the carcinogens kicked out of the rear ends of cars and the question of whether this is the most hygienic of settings for a meal, not to mention the potential fire hazard inherent with cooking in a car. But other than that, no. The thing that rubs me the wrong way is the inconsiderate way that some drivers will insist on driving far too close to the vehicle in front of them. I've seen these idiots do this on motorways, country lanes, and dual carriageways. They will plant themselves firmly behind cars, lorries, and even tractors. I really don't understand why they do it. Surely they must realise that if the person in front of them has to slam their brakes on for some reason, they are far too close to react in time to stop themselves from running into them. It's painful to watch. It's even worse when it's happening to you. If someone does it to me, I will often just slow down, assuming, of course, that it's safe to do so. I've even had this happen on single-track country lanes, in which case I have been known to slow down to a crawl or even stop altogether. While I know this is an annoying way to teach these muppets a lesson, both for them and for me, I feel that it's definitely a lesson worth them learning. I don't want someone to hit me in the rear, and I'm sure if you were to ask them, they wouldn't either. If it's on a fast road, the stakes are hugely increased for both the tailgater and the tailgatee. Collisions of any nature at those sorts of speeds can often prove fatal, and if it's something as stupid as, and let's not forget, pointless, because sitting up somebody else's backside isn't going to get you to where you're going any faster, that causes the crash, then you deserve whatever happens to you, while the other people involved really don't. By placing yourself in a position where you are mere feet from the car in front of you, you are obstructing your own view of the road ahead. Do it to a lorry, and you're also removing yourself from their field of vision. It really does mean it when it says on the back of a lorry, "If you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you." That's not intended as some form of poetry. It's actually true. There is a huge blind spot there, and trust me, if a lorry brakes hard in front of you on a motorway and you don't react, you and everyone else in your car are probably going to be decapitated. While, if this were to happen, I wouldn't feel bad for you, sorry, but I don't see any point in wasting remorse on someone who clearly isn't deserving of any. I do feel for your passengers and for the driver of the vehicle you kill yourself under. They have to live with the knowledge that a vehicle they were driving was involved in your death. That's a hard thing to live with, and all because you were too selfish to drive sensibly. I'm not so much angry with you as a human being as I am disappointed. I think I want a cup of tea now. Maybe coffee.